Hello you guys, what's up? How are you all? For today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the e.l.f. Cosmetics 24 Days Advent Calendar. I am so beyond thrilled about this one. You don't even know. I mentioned that I'm not going to be purchasing a handful of Advent calendars. I made a video on that, kind of discussing just certain brands that I feel like either put repetitive items in their Advent calendars or it just kind of seems the same as last year and it just seems wasteful and they're overly overpriced. So e.l.f. Cosmetics was not in there because I find that year to year they actually do improve and they always include really just great products and majority of them are full sizes. So I did end up picking this up. This is the 24-day advent calendar. They have a 12-day advent calendar as well, which I skipped out on. I think the 12-day is $45 and this bigger one was $95, but with tax and this and that, I will have this linked down below if you guys want to purchase it for yourselves. I think it might be a fun one to unbox for the holiday season. So here's how it came packaged. I know they have like other kits out now for holiday too that include eyeshadow, like sticks, brushes, things like that. I actually, what's it called? I shopped through Target the other day and I shared with you guys all of that there. But yeah, I'm thrilled. Here is what it looks like. It seems like a pretty traditional box. And then here is what the inside looks like. First off, I'm noticing that the numbers are all scattered. So that could be fun because you're always like on a scavenger hunt with this. Number one is right over here. Talk about full-size product. I think this might be a small one. Let's see. So this right here actually is a smaller size, but it's not like annoyingly tiny. You still could get a really good feel of what this is. It's the Holy Hydration Face Cream. I know so many people who are absolutely head over heels over this one. And I have to say, I actually really enjoy it too. It's a nice, pretty thick moisturizer that would be fantastic if you have dry skin. Yeah, yum. It sinks in really quickly. It does have a little bit of like a lighter scent, but not irritating on the skin. I think this is also really pretty to wear under foundation. And I think it's just definitely a classic, a drugstore moisturizer that actually gets the job done, just like a high-end or maybe even luxury. So number two is down here. Can't fit my finger in there. Okay, so number two, we got the No Budge Retractable Eyeliner. Really thrilled. This is, I want to say, in the shade Black. So it's a black retractable liner. Here's how much product you get in here. So I think a decent amount. I think I've tried maybe like one or two other eyeliners from them and I think they were really nice. I just don't know if I've ever tried the retractable one. It's possible, maybe, maybe not. But this is, it seems nice. It seems like a little bit of a drier formula, which isn't the worst thing ever because it might really last in the waterline. I find sometimes when a liner is way too creamy and like slides and glides from who knows where, it can move and smudge, but this seems like it has the pigmentation, but a little bit of the stiffness too, so it actually would adhere onto the lash line. You just can't go wrong, you know, and that's a full size. Moving on to number three, it's on the same side as two. We got a lipstick. I actually really love these lipsticks by e.l.f. Cosmetics. I find them, first of all, the packaging is really cute. I like that it's like clear see-through because you could see the color. And I love the quality of them. They feel fantastic on. Let's do this. This Butter Beyond, seriously. This is in the shade Cherry. So just like a beautiful red that I feel like would be fantastic for the holiday season. And this is a full size. If you guys have not tried this formula from e.l.f., I think it's amazing. Okay, number four is over here. Yay! This is so cute! Okay, this is the cutest little guy. So again, a smaller size of their Power Grip primer, but not annoyingly small where like it looks like the size of my pinky. You know what I mean? This is decently sized. You get a ton in here, 20 ml. And with this, you need a drop. So basically, this is kind of supposed to be a dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. And I want to say it actually for me is better. I just like how this one blends out more. I like how my foundation blends out on top of this as well. It has a little bit of like a tacky base to it, but not, I feel like the Milk one just has more of like a stickiness to it and my foundation does not glide on. With this one, I find that I apply it, it sets in, and then I go in with my foundation and it just blends in smoothly. And plus it lasts, like it makes your makeup last longer. So if you really need your makeup to be bulletproof, I think this is solid. And it doesn't really have like a smell, just maybe like a lighter oceany smell, like scent to it. Number 5 is right here. I think this might be one of their putty primers. Yeah, I'm happy that this one is a full size because I know that they make these in teeny sizes, but it's just nice to know that they included the full size instead of the small one. But this is a fantastic poreless putty primer. It's also supposed to kind of be a dupe for the Tatcha Luminous Silk Canvas Primer, but beautiful on the skin. I feel like would be great for those who have oily skin and dry skin. This is the original regular formula, but they have other ones that are geared for those who do have oily and dry skin, like different types if you want, let's say, more hydration or more of a mattifying primer. But this one I feel like is just in the middle there. That's why I feel like it's a very universal primer. So good stuff for sure. So I feel like we're set on primers because they just gave us two of these. The poreless putty, yeah, and then the power grip primer. Okay, moving on to number 6. I'm telling you, this pen, save your bust right out. Otherwise, I cannot get my finger in there. Okay, so this right here is one of their lip lacquers in the shade Love Bite. It's more of like a bronzy gloss. I want to put a little bit on. Yeah. I don't feel like it has a ton of color to it. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not necessarily sheer, like it has a little bit of brownness to it, but not like a ton, and it has little specks of glitter, but also not way too much. These e.l.f. glosses, I want to say the packaging is not the bestest quality ever, but the gloss itself is pretty nice, and I feel like it, for a gloss, does last a pretty long time. All right, number 7 is on the other side. I'm guessing a brow product. No, we got a brush. This is the Fluffy Eye Blender brush. So just a nice, like, typical brush that I feel like you could use initially applying eyeshadow. It would be a great one to blend out the edges too because it is larger and fluffier, but not overly huge where it just doesn't fit the eye area. So I have a few of their brushes. I think that they're really great, especially the ones in the black handles are amongst my favorites. I think I've spoken about them a few times here. Number 8 is right over here. We got Neighbors and the UPS guy. Okay, number 8 is here, and this is one of their putty blushes. Nice. Okay, I have to actually double check if I have this shade. This is in Turks and Caicos. Let me check. All right, so I just went to check in my drawers, and I do have the Turks and Caicos shade. So identical colors. I'm not gonna swatch the new one, but I will tell you guys, not gonna lie here and say this is the most amazing cream blush ever. I will say it's very, very light in tone, meaning like it applies, one sec. It applies, but it's super light and it's not as buildable as I would like. It almost kind of just blends into the skin. So it really just adds like the lightest flush, and I just don't love that it's not buildable necessarily. That might not be my favorite product, but I know a lot of other people really love it, and it's a product that I still have in my collection and I'll use. Sometimes I'll use it as a base and go in with another either cream blush or a powder blush so it locks in the shade. It's a good kind of like base shade to work with other shades, but on its own I just kind of feel like I would have loved to see a drop more with it. Next we have number 9. Yay! So thrilled. Okay, so this right here is their Stay All Night Microfine Setting Spray. Just a regular one, I think. One second. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily say it hydrates or it mattifies, so again, maybe just a regular and typical setting spray. I have a really good luck with their setting spray. Most of the ones I purchased I really love. Sometimes the nozzle could kind of suck after some time, so something to keep in mind. Oh, but this one, you could see the smoothness with that. And it smells pretty good. It smells so spa-like and very refreshing. I would definitely say these work. It really makes your makeup bulletproof and lock-proof. And again, I think this would be great for those who have oily or dry skin. Next, number 10 is here. This is their Enhancing Lash and Brow Serum. I think this might be the small size. I don't believe this is full size. I'll tell you guys, it has like a little brush tip to it. I did purchase this probably like a year ago, and I'll be honest with you, I was never consistent with it. Like, there's just something about me and being consistent with just products every single night. I mean, I don't even do my skincare every single day. Most of the days I do, but like, you know. So I don't know if this serum actually works. Let me know, you guys let me know if you do use it, if you have seen a difference. I know the Grande Lash is like up there when it comes to like lash and brow serums. But I'd be curious to know if you guys try this, if it actually made a difference in your lashes or brows, like if you use it every night, twice a day, like keep us posted, because honestly, if it makes a difference, I would probably be religious with it for my brows, because I feel like my brows are losing hairs left and right, right and left, so it could be beneficial if it actually works. Next, we're up to number 11. This is a lip balm. Actually, it's their lip exfoliator. So lip balm slash exfoliator. It looks bluish like this, which I love the color. Yum! It smells pretty minty. It is a full size, and I like that you can kind of see the color of the lip product down here. I like that this is like in a traditional lipstick tube, because it makes it so easy to kind of like exfoliate and then put on the lip balm on top of that. So now moving on to number 12, which is, we have one of their hydrating core lip shines. Yay! So this is in the shade Joyful, and I just love that it's like a nude color, because I feel like, oh, it's so smooth. This has such a smoothness to it when you just turn it. That's how much product you get. And there's a little baby heart there. I don't know if you guys can see. It's so cute. Let's swatcheroo. Yum. This is a color of life. And when you actually swatch it, the heart still remains, like it doesn't like vanish. But this is a beautiful light peachy nude, which, if you know me, this is like the answer to really all of my dreams, I want to say. And it had like a little bit of like a melony kind of scent to it. It smells really good, but love that. I don't know if I've ever tried this formula, but it's basically a hydrating core lip shine. So it's supposed to give you a little bit of shine, and it's supposed to hydrate as well. I've seen them around, but I don't think I've ever tried them, and now I'm so happy. Plus the color is life to me. All right, next we're up to 13, which from the shape of it, I can kind of tell it's a lash curler. Just a regular traditional one. I actually don't use lash curlers all that often, but this seems like it has a good like tightness to it. So it's actually gonna curl the brows. I've tried a few of their lash curlers, and I'm not gonna say they're the best thing ever. After a few uses, I feel like you kind of have to toss them or just replace the rubber piece over here. But, you know, I mean, it still does get the job done. 14 is right here. So this is one of their liquid glitter eyeshadows. It's a really pretty like silver white type of shade, really perfect for holidays. That with maybe like this red. I usually don't do those holiday looks ever. I just feel like I don't like these colors, don't look the bestest on me, but it might be cute. You can even do like a cut crease. This is in Disco Queen. Just swatch. Really nice. And I feel like it does amp up really any look. 15 is here. This might be a putty something. No, this is the brow lift. Yay, this is so cool. So I actually think I own this. Yeah, I believe I do. This is just the clear one. Again, they went the safe route with this. Although I will say with Turks and Caicos, I don't know if this is like a universal shade because it's pretty light. So I don't know if it'll show up on deeper skin tones, but maybe you can kind of use it also, like I said, like a base. Anyway, back to the brow lift. I like this a lot. So it has a little bit of like a thickness to it, and it's not necessarily sticky, but it has like a grip almost. I like to use this with a spoolie. I actually have one in my drawers, and I brush my brows up with it either before I apply the brow product or after, and it really like locks your brows in place. And I have curly brows, so it really gets all over the place, and so I think this is amazing. It's also supposed to pretty much be a dupe for the ABH brow freeze. Number 16 right here. This is one of their like, what is this, crystal stickers kit. I own a few of these packs, and they are a lot of fun. Really nice, again, to kind of amp things up for the holiday season. They do, I believe, have glue, but I still use lash glue on my face, and then I just plop this on. Sometimes I'll even use this on the side of my nose so it looks like I have like a nose ring. I've been wanting one for a while, but I don't think I would get one. But yeah, I also love using this on the eyes, again, for a cut crease or above your brows, just to kind of add a little bit of like just crystalliness. 17 is right over here. Actually, so this is actually another one of the lip lacquers. The like whitish iridescent shade. This is in the shade Bubbles. Oh my god, what a cutie name. What a yummy name. I'm gonna put some of this on. It's almost like a Claire. So you see my lip product is on here. I'm gonna have to wipe that off and then put it back in. So like I said, I do like these glosses. Pretty much in the same line as the like bronze one we got. But I wish they would just change the packaging because the packaging really feels really cheap. Number 18 is this one. So we have another one up there. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm so excited about this. I was gonna purchase this separately in addition to purchasing the advent calendar. But then with the tax and everything, I was like, you know, whatever, forget it. This is the Holy Hydration Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This has been ultra popular literally everywhere. It's basically like supposed to also be like a dupe or like just a product that removes your makeup. It's a balm that you just massage between your fingers and apply it on the face, and that makeup is supposed to kind of like melt off. Then you go in with your cleanser. So I love the pharmacy one. I love the Elemis one. Believe has a really, really good one too, but those are all like high end. And I've repurchased those, well, at least the pharmacy one more than 3-4 times. But I was curious to see if the Holy Hydration one actually works, because sometimes with these products it can be pretty tricky because it can feel like it has a, like it leaves an oily residue on your face. So some of them suck because of that and they don't actually do anything. But I want to see if this does something, because I've actually seen people like repurchase the full size of this and they like rave about it. Okay, number 19 is over here. This is a sponge, because it looks like a sponge. So here is what this one looks like. I think their sponges are nice. They are a little bit more stiffer. I do wet them because they have a very, like I said, stiff feel, especially if you don't wash them. But even if you do kind of like wet them, they still feel a little bit stiff. But I will say they still apply makeup nicely. Not as good as a beauty blender. I'm pro beauty blender, like from here to no end. But for a sponge, I think it still does its job. And I also like to kind of like bake with this as well if I'm not actually applying my foundation. For number 20, it's right over here. And we get another, oh yay, another one of their Hydrating Core Lip Shines. And this is in the shade Happy. So the other one is like a lighter, the lighter nude, which I actually like more, but Happy is more of like a coffee nude, and it's very pretty. So if you're not into such light nudes, this might be also really, really nice. This is so nice. Also a beautiful color. It actually looks like the color of my beanie, kinda. Very pretty. Not as dark as I actually expected, but I really, really love these. I'm so happy that I've discovered these. They seem really high quality, so I'm obsessed. I think we're up to 22. I'm getting really confused here already. So 22 is down here. Hey, yay! This is their bite-size eyeshadow palette in Truffles. I don't think I actually ever owned this one. Actually, it's possible that I did. Maybe I decluttered it, maybe not. I'll have to look in my drawer and see. I generally really, really love these palettes. Actually, I've never owned this one. I never owned this one because I think this is one of their newer quads. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the honors of swatching it. So pretty. We have 3 mattes in here and 1 metallic. And I love, whoa. Like, whoa. I love these matte tones. I feel like I generally use those colors to build up the crease. I love a good matte black, and that seems really good. I don't love the metallic shade because I don't know if I'll wear that all that often. I probably would have preferred something a bit more matte, but that still looks, meaning like I'm actually warmer. Wow, that's a good, those are good live swatches. Okay, wow, we have a winner here. So maybe I'll do a look just using this quad, or I can mix it in with other palettes, but I'm happy about this one because I was wanting to purchase this. I saw it at Target a little while ago, but then I just skipped on it, but kind of happy that I did now that I have this in here. Okay, I think that we made a little bit of a mistake because it says here number 2, and I think I opened up a 20 something before, maybe 22. So we're gonna open this one, number 2. Sorry for going backwards. Here we have one of the e.l.f. Instant Lip Brows. What shade is this in? brunette. So I will tell you guys, this would probably work out amazingly for me because I am brunette when it comes to their brow products. Seems like a good color. Yeah, I think that should work out well. I just don't love the applicator on this because it's not super precise. And I feel like because it's not so precise, it just kind of creates more of a mess in the brow for me personally. But maybe I'll just use this to kind of go over the brow once I finish the way it looks, to kind of deepen things up a bit. So it has that on one side and the spoolie on the other side. So I will say this is not a universal brow product, but I feel like the tone seems like it's really good. So if you have lighter brows, maybe you can go lighter with this. And if you have, oh, I made it so dirty. If you have deeper brows, it might be too light. 23 is up here. This specifically is in the shade Diamond Dust. It's a beautiful, like, light pink. Happy they included this one and not the original clear one. I mean, even though it's pretty much clear. They do really create a gorgeous, like, shine, and they are very, very hydrating. The only thing I really hate about this is the applicator part sucks. You'll probably have to put on your finger and then put it on your lips, which with these kind of style Squeezy 2 package, I would love to apply directly to the lips. But because there's no angle or curve to this, it feels really awkward on, and it feels very uncomfortable. So I would love if they would kind of switch that with this, but the product inside is really good and I own a few of those. I don't think I own that shade, so I'm happy that I'll be able to still use it, I guess. Okay, now moving on to 24. I'm expecting this to be one of their bigger palettes because I can't think of anything else that might be in here. Yeah, this beauty right here is called the Hot Chocolate Eyes palette. I've never owned this from e.l.f., but I've always seen it like around. The packaging is nice, by the way. I think that they've upgraded it. It seems really like smooth. I love the color story because you get a lot of browns and warmer tones, some cool tones, a nice glittery white, and then this gorgeous green, which I love. A yellow, gold almost. A nice selection of mattes and metallics. I think you could do a lot with this one. And they might have even updated the quality. This feels like butter. This feels like heavy, very smooth. Check this out. I'll just do the live swatches. What the heck is going on here? This is so nice. I'm actually like slightly shocked. Now I'm actually really intrigued to see what other color stories they might have in the stores. I think Target carries a bunch of their stuff, so I want to see, like, again, what other color stories they have, because that's so nice. Very smooth. I know with a lot of their other palettes in the past, they were very hit or miss. A lot of their shades felt like sandpaper sometimes, or very chunky and just not that blendable, but I kind of have no words. This feels really good. I think it's going to be beautiful on the eyes. All right, so that pretty much wraps up this video. That was everything that was included in the e.l.f. Advent Calendar, the 24-day one. Again, they have two on their site, the 12 and 24-day one. I did the calculation and it kind of comes out to about $4-ish per product, which for some of their items, I know they're $3, $4, $5, $6, but then I know like the eyeshadow palette, this is probably around like $15-ish. And let me tell you, this seems like it's so good. So I really think we did get a nice selection of goods, some lip products, brow products. They really did a fantastic job with just including a little bit of everything. And I mean, I feel like I own a decent amount from e.l.f. Like a decent amount. When I say that, it means like kind of a lot. And I really don't own half of these. So I feel like even if you do own a lot from them, there was something about this advent calendar that kept me excited, that kept me going, that were like, okay, for that, I was like, okay, fine, great, like what's next? I think that if you are looking for something to unbox for the holiday season, this might be a fun one, or if you wanted to gift something to someone that they could possibly unbox, I think this would be a really, really cute treat. So let me know what you guys think down below. Keep me posted on your comments. I'm looking forward to reading them, and I will see you all in my next video.